Hi everyone, it's Catriona here, also known as Crafty Cat. It's just in relation to the card that I posted yesterday, a Robin's View, which you can see here. I just wanted to say a massive thanks to everybody for all your lovely comments and whatever. It's been really quite touching that you really like the design and such as like, so thanks very much, I really appreciate it. But a couple of the guys in the group have actually asked me how I actually made it, so I'm just going to do a wee video of how it was all done. Really straightforward, there's nothing really difficult in what I've done, but I'll just give you a wee tutorial on how I did it. Okay, so first of all, it wasn't white card that I actually used, it's just a kind of greyish kind of colour, a greyish kind of cream colour, just to give it a kind of vintagey feel rather than just just using white card for it. So I'll just put that to one side just now. So I've cut out a piece of card here, approximately 6 by 6, but you could make it to whatever size that you want. And what I've used is out of Wendy's stencil, the Majestic Mask one. Love and best wishes, but there's a lot of them have got circles in them, so this just sort of gives us a kind of guide as to where, or to make the wreath as round as possible. So you can make it, obviously, if you want it bigger, you can just use the outside edge, but if you just want it the size I'm going, just place a circle in, just by doing that, and that just by pencil, and it just gives you a kind of wee guide before you start doing anything with it. Now, all the sets that I've actually used within the excuse me, within the card, these are the ones here. So we've got the large thorny wreath, the fox in the fence, okay, holly berry, which is an absolute go-to for me. I've also done another tutorial on how to make fir trees, and these were actually made out of these two. So if you look on YouTube or any of the links within the sort of Cardiel Facebook page, you'll actually be able to see how you make the trees from these. I've used woodland walks for the tree that's, sort of on the hill in the card that I made. And then winter blooms, which again is a well-used stamp for me. Okay, so first of all, what I'll do is I stamped out the wreath first. So this is best to do on a stamping platform because it just means that, whereby it won't be a complete perfect circle or wreath or whatever, but you never get perfect sort of circles in a wreath. They're all, you've got sprigs of foliage popping out everywhere, so you want it to sort of look as realistic as possible. So I'll just get the large thorny wreath, and you could just use the two branches, so to speak. I'll just get these out just now. So just with the pencil line, just kind of line each end up. It might run off slightly, but as I say, it's more or less a circle, but it just kind of gives you a guide, and you can see the pencil lines through the card. And then we'll pop this one in. Now you'll see that it's just slightly short, but we can just add that bit in once we've got it stamped out. So, move that one out a wee bit. Right, so there we go. Let's make sure we're still stuck. So the actual wreath, what I did was, it's done in the VersaFine Clair pen cone. Okay, so we'll just stamp that up. Just makes a wee change from, doing black. And then we'll just make sure that it's stamped through. don't need to really go over it again if you've got a good clean stab there, because you don't want it looking too dark. So take these off, and then we can just add another wee bit in at the top. Just make sure that's dry like that. So if we just ink up the top bit itself, because you don't want it overlapping too much. Just come round a wee bit. There we go. Okay. So that's the, you know, the wreath part done. Just clean that off. So then it's just a matter of just adding in all your kind of foliage and such as like. So out of the winter bloom set, I've used the big holly leaf here, but you can also use, there's also 2 holly leaves in the holly berry set that you can use too. Alright, if you like a wee kind of, you know, chain, a wee different holly branch, if I just mix it up as you want to do. So, oops. So I'll just stick this on a wee lid. Now, the 2 colours in the main green that I've used are, again, Versafine Clare, Sherry Lane, and Versafine Clare Rainforest. Okay, and I've also added in some of the wee Versacolour ones, Evergreen and Green Tea, and you can get these on Wendy's website, because it's got loads of colours and stuff, off the Cardio website. Alright, so what I did was I started off with the sort of paler green first, intended to just, second generation, a lot of them, do some in the inside as well, just working your way around. Very therapeutic. So, and again, as I said, you know, sometimes the shape is a bit wonky, but it doesn't matter when you're doing like stuff like this, because obviously you don't want it looking perfect. I'll just do some facing in the way as well, so that we've got a wee bit of dimension. Okay. Just have some coming down here, and some even just sort of going over a wee bit. And then I'll go in with the Rainforest, which is just a kind of more darker kind of bluish green, and it just kind of breaks it up a wee bit. Just covering over the pencil marks as well, so that you don't see these. I've got a huge big spider in the house at the moment. I won't show you in case you're kind of frightened of spiders, but it's making a tapping noise going round the top of the sort of coving at the top, and it's just, I wouldn't harm them, because they're just every creature. I don't believe in doing anything to animals, but it's I'm just wondering where he's off to next. He's been doing the rounds. So here we go. So just in case you hear a wee bit tapping in the background, that's what it is. Right, here we go. Apparently they come in the house at this time of year. But this is the first time I've ever had one, probably as big as this, in the house. Right. So that's probably not too bad. Okay, we can add some more in a wee while. Now, with the add in the foliage, I'll just wipe them off. I'm like paranoid Pete. I hate ink on my stamps. I'm just, I like to keep them clean, but anyway. So we'll go to the holly berry one next, and it's just this one here, the first one that I use for this next bit. So we'll just shove that on here, and then we can just start off with the green tea and just make a wee kind of fir tree bits. So it's just building up the foliage underneath to make it look really kind of full. Just sporadic here and there. These stamps you can just, they're so versatile. Wendy's a genius with how she does the designs and stuff. Then we'll just move on to the evergreen. And then just add some in there, and then you can make it as full and as detailed as you want. That's fine. So that'll do for now. And as I say, you can make it more fuller, just obviously for the purposes of this. I'm not obviously putting as much on that I would normally do, just so that you've got kind of a wee kind of idea as to how it's all done and stuff. What I would do though is I'm going to use the leaf again, the holly leaf. I'm going to cover in the gaps, just so that it's all covered over. So I just think it looks nicer if the branches are, you know, and the actual thorny wreath are all sort of covered over, rather than having the white gaps, but it's up to you. Right, it's just so addictive. You see another bit and then you want to add another bit. Jeez, I'm a nightmare. Right, let's see. There we go. Just clean that off. So then, in the same set, what have I done with it? The holly berry set. No, I beg your pardon, not that one. And the winter bloom set. there's the wee branch here. I use that one as well. It's a really handy one too. Just get that one. Just stick that one on, and then back in with the Versacolour, Versafine pink one. Just add in some of the wee twiggy branches. It just makes it a wee bit more kind of foliage. Oops. Just add these in. And it's just so quick as to how it kind of builds up, you know. So again, you can just add in as much as you want and whatever. And then I use this one to put the branch in for the wee robin to sit on. So again, I just used one coming down there. There we go. And then with the smaller leaf, a whole leaf in the winter, and the winter bloom one, the holly one, I just added in just wee sprigs of holly onto the branch here. Some of the evergreen in as well, just to break it up a wee bit. Okay, so there we have the sort of basis, and it's really quick. It's not doesn't take you forever to do. I'm going to just stick because that's kind of annoying me, that bit there. Just looks kind of, just balance up at this side. There we go. That's a bit better. So then we shall move on to put the wee robin in. So that's out of the Fox and the Hound set. That's one of the wee birds. And what I do with this one is just use your stamp platform again for this, because you want to make sure that it's not too light and not too dark, first of all. So I use the Versacolour, one of the wee ink pads. I'll just get that because I've not laid that one out. There we go. So we've just got the Versacolour pine cone, because it's not as harsh as the Versafine clear ones, because they're quite dark. So there we go. I've got Mr. Robin, and then we'll put his Robin Redbreast on once I do the foliage and stuff with the liquid pearls. So I've got him, put him there so I don't lose him. Right. Okay, so that's looking not too bad. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to just add a wee bit more of the holly here. Just to build up a wee bit there so it doesn't look like it's a bald patch. Right, so that's that. Right, so the next thing is I am going to do the sky. So you can just get a scrappy piece of paper. Get another bit and just, you know, cut out a oopsie daisies. Just cut out a hill, so to speak. So we'll have the hill kind of running that way. Okay, now again it's just a matter of a dry baby wipe and just putting some of the, what am I looking for here? Right, polar blue for the sky. Okay, so again, just a matter of gently just putting the line in. Just make sure your vein ink's all dry before you do this. So maybe run it over with the heat gun or something just to make sure that all the ink's lovely and dry, or you just end up with green smudges. Go. So that will do lovely. And we'll just, while we're here, we'll just stick in the two trees. That's out of the woodland walk set, this one here. Right. One in there, just make it look as if it's just coming up from the hill there. I'm just stamp that there, and we will do it in the move it and just do a second generation just a wee bit further down the page. It's maybe just not came out as good as I wanted, so we'll just second generation it. See that it's a different colour. I might actually even just put a third one in. It's ever so faint, just in the back, in the middle there. It might come out, it might not, but no, it's fine. Okay, so it's up to you how you do that. So that's that all done, so we'll take that away. to here. So in order to soften the wreath, what I've actually done is I've actually used, now you can use kohl pencils, chalk pencils, you know, I've got a blue fine liner there. These are the Koinuri kohl pencils that I've got, but another good set if you're looking for different colours of chalk pencils, because you can do quite a lot of them, is the Cabathello Stabilo ones. So you can get them on Amazon, on whatever, but you can buy them singly if it's just like certain colours you're wanting that you can get. But these are just really, really good just for sort of softening the kind of wreath, so that it just, so even just, you know, just a wee bit of white and whatever, and it just kind of just softens whereby you want to sort of have its sort of presence there, so that you can sort of see, you know, the wreath. It just softens it and it doesn't make it look so harsh. But you don't need to if you don't want to, but I just think it just, oh, there's one broken. I just think it just adds to the sort of softness to the actual, you know, thorny branch. Whereas it just makes it a bit more kind of subtler looking, but again, it's up to you. You don't need to, but these pencils are just so versatile. These chalk, I just love working with them. I just feel it just gives it a kind of softer effect, and whereby you can still see the actual wreath shape. It just makes it look a bit more softer. Okay, right, now next is I want to just add another couple of the holly berries. Give me just one wee tick. The holly leaves. Now that we've just put these bits and bobs in, just to kind of add a bit more volume, cover up the white bits, the white gaps I should say, in the wreath. We'll just add another couple of wee ones there. Not too bad. Stop. That's what I need to tell myself, because then you just end up just getting carried away, and then it ends up looking like I don't know what. So I need to stop. Right, and then just with liquid pearls, just add in your wee red berries dotted about here, there, and everywhere, sporadically. Give the robin his wee red breaths. All the way around. It's just quite subtle, just here and there with the, again, just, I would probably take more time with it, but it's just to quickly show you the effect that you get once you add these in. Well, you could be more precise, but I've just went a bit OTT there, but hey, you can be as subtle as you wish. I'm just going to move that in a wee bit because that's not particularly even. There we go. So that's that. I mean, with the magical white glue gel pen, this is the Uniball Signal one. I've just put in wee dots here and there of the white just to bring it in. Just kind of lifts it a wee bit and breaks up the greens and the reds. But you could make them more precise if you wish. But I'm just trying just to get you the gist of how this is all done. What would we do without a white pen? There we go. And then what I want to do is put on some of the glitter at the bottom. So I've just, with a glue pen, just oops, I do a smudge there, but hey. So and it's the glamour dust. Again, Wendy Stokes that, so if you want to get some of that, the tub last year are absolutely yonks. I think I've had this for about a year, to be honest, because it's so fine. Just shake it off. Oops, missed a wee bit there. Got a bit red, but hey. Don't really see it, but as I say, just be careful that everything's dry and whatever before you do that. So there we go. Okay, and the only other thing that I've to add now is just wee bits for the sky, for the snow, sorry. Now you could use the chunky embossing. I think it's Stampendous that I've got it somewhere actually. This one here, Stampendous chunky white deep embossing powder. You can use that, just sprinkle some on, and you've got to heat it from underneath, and that gives you a kind of glossy effect for snow. But there's so many different ones that you can use to give you your sort of snow effect. Should probably have did this before I started, but you know, that gives you a kind of snow in the sky sort of thing. And then just finally with a Sharpie, just go round, we'll use this one, just go round outside. And I'll give you your wee black line. And then you can put that onto your card. You know, if you're wanting to have it as a 5, a 7, a 6x6 or a 7x7 or an 8x8 card, because it would probably fit onto both. But that's the original one that I did on the left, and that's the one I did obviously today for you. Any questions or anything, you know, just ask. But a really, really easy card to make, doesn't take long to do. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you all soon and see you on the Facebook page. Thanks, bye.